Hey guys, Robert Lund here, Realty One Group MVP, and today I am in Palmetto, just west of I-75, between I-75 and Ellington Gillette Road. And there's a brand new community called Southpointe that just opened this week. They just did their first 3 sales, and this is a gated community by MI Homes right on Moccasin Wallow Road in Palmetto, Florida. Almost on the parish line, but it'll be in that new Artisan Lakes elementary school zone, guys. And very easy access to I-275 and I-75. So if you work in St. Pete, if you work in Bradenton, Tampa, or Sarasota, easy access to all those places in usually under 30 minutes. So there's just over 500 homes in this community. And right now they're in phase 1, and that they're just over about 250 homes being built right now, and it's a mix between single family homes and villas, which I have right across the street. We're gonna look at 2 of those models, 2 different style villas, 2 different sizes actually, and we're gonna look at these 2 single family models today as well. And I'm gonna go over all the information with you as far as HOA, CDD, base prices, and I got some quick move-ins. I got the quick move-in sheet with me too today. So on both, and it's gonna go all the way up to, I think it's like 3,700 square feet. There's kind of like, it's almost like a multi-gen, but it has like a double master, like a master on the first and second floor. I think it can go up to like 6 bedrooms. And guys, the pricing in here is from the high 200s to the mid 500s. So you're getting a smoking deal to be in an excellent location like this, guys. And MI Homes, one of my top 5 builders easily. And one of the things that MI Homes does that sets them apart from other builders is they do a free third-party inspection before they even do the orientation with you. They get a third-party home inspector to inspect the home, give them the whole checklist, they bang that out, and then you can do your inspection separately, and we do the orientation with me, and then I walk through and I pick out all the blemishes and where I know any cracks and gaps might be that you don't usually see with your eyes, guys. If you're not familiar with my channel, guys, Robert Lund, Realty One Group MVP. I am a Parish, Florida area, like Palmetto, South Hillsborough, Lakewood Ranch. Those are the areas I specialize in, and I'm a new construction specialist, guys, and a listing specialist. I've been doing that for 10 years. I work well with investors, and I used to work under a general contractor, so very good with all those things real estate related, guys. And I do this day in and day out, sale after sale after video after video. I'm in the communities basically all day, every day, going back and forth on my phone with different salespeople and customers and clients, and doing orientations, walkthroughs, pre-drywall inspections, final walkthroughs, closings, contracts, showings, tours, you name it, guys. I'm the realtor with the rebate. I have the discounted listing service for anyone. So ask about my rebate, guys. Make sure you're asking me about my rebate if you want to take advantage of that. So I can account for it before we go under contract, and I know what we're doing. If there's a bonus that the builders are paying, then I will share that with you. So and guys, you never are responsible for my commission, for me to represent you. It's in your best interest to have a real estate agent with all the resources that knows these builders in and out, deals with them on a daily basis, and constantly is negotiating with them. So I'm a negotiation expert, guys, when it comes to getting you more. When sometimes the builders they offer what they offer, and you don't know what you don't know until you have the right people on your team to accomplish a transaction with you guys. So 941-879-4730, Robert Lund. Make sure you're reaching out to me, and check out robertlund.com for additional resources, guys. So with no further ado, we're gonna go through these model tours. I have a celebration right behind me, so we're gonna go check this one out first, and then we'll go down the line to the next one, and then over to the villas, and potentially I'll see if any quick move-ins are that far along that are not offered here right now, so I can show you a real-time deal that's going on right as we speak, guys. So let's go check it out. All right, so here we go. You're gonna, if you notice here, construction-wise, you're gonna have the paver driveways, paver walkways, and you're gonna have like that brown kind of trim, shingle roof, okay, block construction home. And if it's a 2-story, it's gonna be wood frame on the second floor. This is gonna be your general spacing between the homes, okay? This doesn't appear to be a gas community, so I believe it's electric. I could tell probably just from the price point too. Like I said, it's gonna be a gated community, so that is huge. Yeah, so we have an Opal and a Pearl. There's 2 really cool villas. That one has a really nice like front porch, side entry. I like that. So we'll check that one out after we check these 2 out. And like I said, these are gonna come with your smart home packages, guys. And one thing you'll notice at the front door, you've got a fresh air intake right here. So that's gonna intake into your home, so you can get fresh air, and you can turn that on or off if you decide. Like I said, smart home package. This one has a pretty good front porch area, I would say. You know, all your landscaping, St. Augustine grass. You're gonna have your irrigation system all included, guys. Street lights. You know, they've got some really nice landscaping too, especially on the villas. They've got some mature palm trees. So, you know, don't mind this. This is a model, guys. So, celebration is, let me pull my sheet. We're talking right here. So scratch that, guys. These are not 3-car garages. That's just there for the sales office. And they are not doing 3-car garages in this community. I am sorry, that's a bummer. But I guess that's why the price point is the price point, right? Because you get 40s and 50s. And usually with a 3-car garage, you need a 60-foot wide lot. So, and then with that, you know, high 200s to mid 5s, all in for like the nicest home that they have. That's a great value. So, as you walk into the celebration, you're gonna notice, guys, that this is a little bit different than some of the homes that you've seen in some of my videos and maybe other realtors' videos. So, you know, as far as this half bath goes, it's a little interesting how you gotta like walk in, shut the door, and get to the toilet. But that's your half bath. Guess they got 2 scone lights going in here, but I don't think that's gonna be included, guys. That's just for the model. So I'm pretty sure, guys, pretty sure that's not gonna be there. So right when you walk in, I mean, you're gonna have 9-foot ceilings here, and then it's gonna have kind of a grand entry feel because you're gonna have this big foyer area, and then this is gonna be the stairway up to the loft to the 2nd floor, coat closet here, maybe either a drop zone or like they have here, this nice bench, like a shoe bench, stuff like that. You could put there. Then off to the left, guys, we're gonna have the laundry room, which is not a direct pass through from the laundry to the garage, with a separate drop zone right outside of the garage. And then as you walk over this way, guys, that's gonna be your bonus room. And now, mind you, the orientation of the home could be flipped. So it could be like the stairway is on your left, you know, you're kind of entering from the left side of the home, garage on the right, and it would just be reversed of this if you prefer that. So walking through, guys, this is kind of like your living, dining, kitchen area. Ain't gonna lie, guys, a little tight, but it's not bad. Like, if this is what you need, if you like it like this, a lot of people do like this style. Just for me and my family, I mean, there is a loft, so it's not like this is your only entertaining or living room space. And I mean, it does make it easy to clean this area because it's not super huge. So But, smaller island, guys, not a ton of counter space, like I said. But you have it comes with all your appliances. It's electric, microwave above the range, free snacks. But come out here, guys, and instead of like some homes where it's like you use up a lot of your wall space for like a sliding glass door, this just has like the glass entry door right here, which actually, guys, like when you get like windy storms, like on certain seasons when we have, tropical storms coming through, sometimes, it's a lot harder to put up your shutters on a big sliding glass door versus just this little door where you almost don't even need. You could just put like these quick little panels up, and that's zip, and you're done. Like, versus putting up this whole like wall full of huge panels across. That kind of takes some time, and it's kind of a pain. So real quick, just to give you an idea of the lot sizes, guys, if you're on a larger, one story with a loft like this home, I guess you could call it a 2-story. This is going to be like it's the biggest footprint, where it kind of takes up a lot of your yard space, but you definitely still have room for a swimming pool, and then you have to just come 5 feet from the property line for like your screen cage enclosure. So plenty of room definitely for a pool here, and it's got a great size covered spot that kind of extends out, so that's nice. Definitely a good size lanai. If you just left it like this and screen this in, this is a great nice space here. So it's not like you have to do a lanai extension after the fact, like kind of like this one next door. It's not bad, right? But some people like a little bit more space there like this. So now, as we walk back through here, guys, we're going to check out the primary, which is on the first floor. So that's definitely the benefit of this floor plan, is having the primary on the first floor. And not bad the way it's situated. I don't think you could fit a ton of furniture in here, but you can see the way they have it laid out. It's not bad. That's a king size bed, 2 end tables, either a dresser, bureau, or whatever there. But it just depended on like what size bedroom set you're used to using in your room. So, but it'll work. That definitely works. A double vanity, good size walk-in shower, guys. This is not a narrow shower. It's nice and wide, so it's tiled out. It's got the pan on the bottom, but if you were doing, I think they're only doing inventory too. They're only doing quick move-ins, so you can't do like a to-be built. But I could be wrong on that. I think maybe because I do have a base price sheet, so I'm pretty sure you can do. So we'll go through the base price sheet, because if you're doing a to-be built, guys, then you'll know you can do some different upgrades as far as that goes. But the quick move-ins, that's why I did want to show you one today, just so like when I'm showing you these sheets, of like the quality of the finishes and the to be built. So here, guys, this is a interesting space. So it's not like a huge loft, but it's enough to do something like this, where you could have an office, because like you could make that room downstairs, the bonus room, like an extra living room or a formal dining room, if you wanted to do that. And then you come off here, and then this, you have the choice to either make this your loft, an additional loft area like they have it set up, or a bedroom where you could put another door right here, and there'd just be a bedroom, a good sized bedroom at that. So that's one option with this floor plan, the celebration. So technically you can make it, right now it's set up as a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with the loft, but you can make it a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with the with this as not being the loft. It would be a bedroom, and then this would be kind of like your loft. And good size, full size bathroom here, guys. This is rather big. So, not tight at all. So I feel like in some places they went tight and in some places they went big and wide. So, it sets them apart, this model from other models, because just the way it flows, the way it vibes. This is not a super big room, but as you can see, the way it's laid out, it would work for sure. I don't know about that light above the bed, but I'd definitely break my head on that. It looks cool for the model. So here's your second bedroom. Or third bedroom, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, guys, definitely, got this window here. So it gives it, a bit of light right here. It just depends on like why you buy a 2-story. What do you buy it for, right? Some people want that 4-bedroom with the loft, right? But the price point on this, guys, once I show you this, now I'm going to go through these right now so there's no misconceptions about what we're looking at today. And real quick, I'll just go through all this information that I have here. So this is your first phase map. This is coming off of Moccasin, Wallow like we did when we came in. And then you've got this whole street. Villas are in the blue. And right here, we'll go through some of the fees right now. But first, we're going to just do these quick move-ins. So single families, you have a Panama, Innovation. Okay, so yeah, we're in the Celebration, Independence, Inspiration, and Impeccable. And those are ranging from 1,500 square feet for $359 to 2,600 square feet for $499. So that's the range right there. And then villas, we're talking 292, as low as 292 to 319, and that's going to be 1,489 square feet or 1,680 square feet, and that's a 2-bedroom, 2 with a flex, or a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with no flex. Fees, so your villa fees, and this is going to be quarterly, so your HOA is going to be $326 a quarter. Per month, and then quarterly $980. So $980 a quarter, but this is obviously going to include landscaping, irrigation, so you're not responsible for your own yard or fresh dump your mulch or anything like that. Smart irrigation system, master control by the HOA for efficiency and convenience. Exclusive amenity access, enjoy the clubhouse. There's going to be a pool and then some recreational spaces, some little pocket park areas, guys. And then you're going to also have pickleball courts. So there'll definitely be pickleball courts in here, and you'll be gated. So that's huge. Especially with just like this easy access to I-75 and 275. Sometimes you get a lot of pass-through traffic in the area, so having gated and not making it easy access for marketers, this is an easy spot for them to hit and go door knocking and try to sell you stuff all day, especially in a brand new community, guys. I've noticed it's really calmed down in my area where we don't really get any of that anymore. It's usually like that first year of home ownership when you get all the people trying to sell you the services knocking at your door. Community CDD, guys, super affordable, only $1,464. So that kind of makes up for that. So instead of having a huge CDD that's like $2,500 a year, that's it. And then you just have your estoppel fees, your capital contribution. That's just one time at closing. So, and then there'll be huge incentives by the builder. Usually it's no closing cost with MI Homes. So it's different at any different time you may see this video. So make sure you're reaching out to me to get the current fees, because I'll have the current incentives. So, and then I give you a $2,000 commission bonus on the single family homes. Villas, if it's 300,000, I can probably at least do $1,500 for you. So just let me know that you're gonna take advantage of that incentive. $222 per month for the HOA for the single family homes from the 40s. And then quarterly, that's $667. So that's gonna include your landscape. Okay, so that includes your landscaping as well, included. So yeah, maintenance free, guys, as far as all that goes with your landscaping. Landscaping is included in all of the fees. Gated with not having to do your own landscaping. So you get a good value for that, guys, because usually being just in a gated community is at least $100 a month. And then, you know, if you got landscaping is $125 a month, right? So right there, that's about right. So maybe even a little cheaper than I would be used to seeing. So your CDD for the 40s, only $16.79. Then it jumps up just ever so slightly to $227 a month on the 50s, and the CDD goes up about $500. So that's how that is. And then base pricing, guys, we're talking from you've got on your single family 50s, you've got 5 floor plans from 1,900 square feet to 3,500 square feet. Base price before lot, before structural upgrades, and before cosmetic upgrades, we're talking $399 all the way up to mid 500s to start. And then if you went with the inspiration, I think that's the one I was referring to. Let me see that. Where is that? Get clear. So the Juno, that's the one. That's gonna have your almost like a double master, guys. And then it's gonna have a 3-car tandem garage. So it won't be 3 cars wide, but it'll be 2 cars deep on one side. Then right here, only 2-car garage options on your 40s, and you're ranging from $329 base price to $442, and that's 1,500 square feet to 2,600 square feet, guys. So base pricing for villas, you know, but all the villas, I wouldn't even worry about this because all the villas are going to be quick moving. You're not going to be able to, I don't think, really customize a villa. So that's not how that works. And then, you know, just some of the floor plans and layouts. I don't think I need to show this with you right now. Just let me know what you're interested in as far as a new home goes, and then I can share any of that stuff with you guys. But let's keep it moving. And then also, so you can see here, guys, this is a little bit of a rendering of the pool, pickleball courts, and your clubhouse. So, like I said, definitely allow pools here, guys. So there's no problem with you adding your own pool. It's not offered with the build, but I've got some great pool companies that you can reach out to and get quotes for. Don't need to refer you my landscaper in this community because they take care of it for you. So this is the Panama with the bonus room. So this is a 4-bedroom, just over 2,400 square feet with the bonus. But if you don't get the bonus room, meaning the upstairs loft area, then it's you're gonna subtract that. It's just gonna be a 3-bedroom. So, but it has an additional bonus area here in the front, and you can either make this an office, a living room, or additional entertaining space. So, I mean, you could even put your living room there if you wanted to. So this has a bigger kitchen, guys. Definitely gonna have a bigger bar. Lot more counter space in this model. Definitely a good feel right here. You know, it's rather spacious, and then goes down into your, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and laundry room, which will flow into the garage. So that's how that's laid out, guys. Let me see if I can give you a good idea of what a garage looks like. So I guess they're doing the epoxy on the garage floors for you. And this here, guys, should be, I believe these are your shutters. Yeah, those are your shutter panels. So those are your hurricane shutters. They're like a Teflon type material, and those are a lot easier to work with than those big metal things and a lot less dangerous. So these are rather wide garages. As you can see, they're kind of bumped out on the sides. Have a little bumper there for your hot water heater, electric panel, garage door opener, and attic access right there. So just keep in mind, guys, if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna store a bunch of stuff, we can just store a bunch of stuff up in the attic. I think in some cases that can void your roofing warranty, so keep that in mind. Right now you're gonna get warranties, I believe, of 1, 2, and 10, or 1, 2, and 8. I forget what MI is, but they definitely give you the 1 and the 2. 1 year, everything, 2 years in the walls. So, and then I think it's either 8 or 10 on the structural. Linen closet. Right here, storage under the stairs. So linen closet there, extra storage closet there, pantry here. So good storage space. Not a huge pantry, but that'll do the trick. This got a good amount of natural light with the tray ceiling right here. This is like that patio I showed you from when I was at the other one. Not bad. This will give you a little bit bigger of a yard. So primary on the first floor. This has got the higher ceilings too, which you'll notice from the last house. This has got more like the 9.5 foot ceilings. So definitely higher ceilings. This is gonna be on probably a little bit of a wider lot. And then huge walk-in closet, wow. And kind of like the shower behind the door. So not as wide of a shower as the last one we're in, but definitely higher ceilings. Doesn't have like the separate toilet room. So you walk through here, go up the stairs. This is just a straight stairway. It's not a curved stairway, but this is just because this one has the bonus. They're not all gonna have this upstairs. It'll actually have, I believe, like an extra closet space there. But with the bonus, you're gonna get loft, bedroom, and a full bath. So kind of like someone's own separate space. If you got someone living with you, or you have a child that's older. And then this is your HVAC. So as you can see, one of these is going to be your fresh air intake. And I thought it might have been a switch, not in here. So sometimes you can turn them in and off, on and off. If there's any like smoke outside or something like that, But yeah, your float switch. This is a good sized unit here. Oh, looks like a 4-ton. Yeah, 4-ton unit. Carrier is the brand. Everything's being sucked and recycled through like the vents, like the intakes on the ceilings, guys. So you're not getting any of that like sucking through the door type thing or the wall, which is much preferable, guys, because that's how your system gets so dusty so fast, versus like when you're not sucking from the ceiling. So you're just always having to change your filters because it's just always all the dust that you kick up when you walk by it is going straight into that filter. All right, so now we're gonna hit this Pearl Villa. I've got 3 communities today, guys. So we're doing Maple Ridge right after here, and then I've got to do the Taylor Morrison Cove series. So I'll be hitting all 3 of these today, so stay tuned on my channel. And because Palmetto is blowing up now, guys, North Palmetto. It's the new frontier that's kind of milking off the parish boom. So this is your Pearl, and you'll notice the difference between both of these villas is that the walkways on those ones are like next to each other, like the front doors are like kind of on the inner part, where this one the garages are on the inner and then the entrances are on the outer part. So more private entryways. But then again, your garages are like right next to each other, which I don't know. To each his own, right? It's what you prefer. So we'll go in through here. This one is I believe the larger of the two. So this one is 1680. This is the Pearl, 1680 square feet. So this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a flex. So this is like a larger 2-bedroom. But these are so cheap, guys. Wow. So this is like one of the Neil villas where it's like you kind of walk around, you know, it gives you like that kind of like the Dream 2 feeling, where like the garage is kind of separated from the house. Some people like that, some people don't. But it gives you more privacy for your front door. So if you were to add, say, a glass door here to get more natural light through the front of the house, you'd have a lot of privacy still. It wouldn't be like people walking by looking through your door, or your dog like barking at it all day. So you come in here, guys. This is gonna be a full bedroom or bonus area. Looks like they're getting ready to put like a desk or something in there. It's got a closet right there. So right here, guys, bathroom, bedroom. So yeah, it said 2 plus a bonus or a 3-bedroom. So I guess that's how it works. So this is a room, and it does have a window that goes out here to the patio. So it's not bad. If you're gonna I would almost probably rather have that as my office. You know, that room right there, and then make that room, this room, the bedroom, like a bedroom. So, but I think they mean to like say you can make this the bonus room. I think that's how they're kind of coming at it. Laundry room separate here. It's nice, big laundry room. Good size laundry room. This has got the higher ceilings. I think only in those 40 single families, you're gonna have like those 8.5-foot ceilings versus the 9.5. These are like almost like 10, especially like in where the tray ceiling is here. So definitely high ceilings. So it gives you still a good feel because the ceilings are so high. So it's nice for a villa, for sure. It's not an affordable villa, like rather cheap villa. Shaker cabinets. This is like a quartzite, so it's not like quartz, it's not granite, it's like a man-made type quartz. Porous free, so it's not like you have to seal it. Pantry. And here, guys, you're not really gonna have a huge backyard, but I'm guessing like they will give you some fencing. Seems like on most of these villa lots, you're gonna have a back fence. And then if you had a dog, you could just get one of those like little gate things on Amazon. I don't think you're gonna wanna really fence this in, especially if they're doing your landscaping for you. I don't think you can fence. I'll find that out, so just reach out to me if you wanna know the answer to that, because I'll find out right when I'm done with this video. So yeah, guys, shoot me a text, 941-879-4730. You know, let me know what you're looking for. Let me know when you're coming to town. Let me know if you're local or what your situation is. If you're working on your credit, your income, if you got a home to sell, if you're an investor, you want to buy a rental, let me know. And I can give you the best options and the best plan so you can make the best decision sooner than later, and that you're not just kind of bumping your head off the wall, or you're leaving stones unturned because you'll think you'll go into a community like, oh, this is it. You didn't know all the things that I know. So I'd be like, yeah, but you might want to think about this and check this out. So it's a way better value, way better area, better school zone, whatever, right? So those are the things that I specialize in knowing, and how it's always changing too. School zones change, flood zones change. That's the things you need a realtor for, guys, as someone that's an area expert. Pricing changes, availability changes. Some, communities allow Section 8, some don't. These are things you got to know, guys. Some builders that have a bad rep online actually have a good system in place in that area. Some don't. Want to know who's messing up in the area and who's not? Who's taking care of their warranty claims and who's not, guys? Reach out. Don't be running around in the dark with a flashlight. So this is just under 1,500 square feet. So yeah, I don't know if this is everybody's cup of tea, because it's literally like you're bumping elbows with your neighbor coming and going. I mean, you guys gotta be friends, right? This would be good for a family though. Like if you needed like an in-law suite and you wanted to live together, you could buy 2 of these for say $600, right? Get 2 for $600 and get the whole unit, and then you each have your own house, and then essentially you have a 4-car garage. These have gutters, they come with the gutters, maintenance free, but you could make this, you could buy these together, guys, and have a family together, but separate. My leg is like already acting up on me. So as you walk in, you've got that bonus area, or it could be another bedroom. You see the closet's already ready to go. So this has got a good size amount of counter space. So the laundry room is back here, which flows into the garage. Kind of give you an idea again in the garage. A little tighter than the single families on the sides, but still a good size. Air handler here. And this is the way this one is pulling. It's pulling from the bottom here. So it looks like you change your filter there and it's actually pulling up here. So it's sucking air in from above there. So it's not a direct, but you do have, it's also pulling from up above from other areas too. So might be wrong on that, because I think that's just for, okay, the reason that is for, okay, that's your fresh air intake right here. And then that is to keep, for code, you have to keep these closets so they don't grow mold, is you got to keep them ventilated. So that's what that is for. That's an air return, so you don't get any microbial growth and it stays dry in there. But the air is pulling from the ceiling. So as you can see, like over there, that's where the intake is. But the filter is in the unit. So a little bit bigger of a yard here, a little less square footage. That's how that works. Lanais are about the same. Plenty of room here for your dining room table, good size living room set. And primary, a little bit tighter than the last one. It's got kind of like this side cutoff thing, which you lose a little bit of space here, but still not bad. Still a good size walk-in. Like I said, guys, if you want to do that living together thing, or either one of these models, you can do it like that. This is like where, put your kids on one side, you be on this side. as long as they're old enough, right? You got those kids that can't get out of the house. Just buy one of these. Just buy a block of these. And you can just lock your door. Change the code. Just kidding. So, all right, guys. So let's find one quick move-in. I've got to do some clips anyway, just for like Facebook Marketplace and you know, my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna start using like these. I've got like started learning a lot of AI stuff. So you're gonna see some cool stuff. So make sure you're keeping up with my shorts, guys. I've got some cool shorts I'm gonna be putting out soon. And I'm gonna have a bunch of model tours loading into all the playlists as well, guys. So let's go see what they have for quick move-ins. All right, guys, so this is the impeccable quick move-in. This was the home of the week. This one is only $359,094. Excuse my gimbal, I don't know why it's making that noise. But so $359,000. 1,500 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Impeccable, that's what he says. It's got a loft, I guess. Okay. All right. It's interesting. Doesn't look like it has a loft. So might be in the wrong house. Yeah, this definitely doesn't have a loft. But we'll figure out which one this one is. Go from there. But see, right here, guys, what I was talking about. They get this third-party home inspection, and then they come in and they bang all these things out after that. So they kind of finish the home, get the inspections through the process, and then they handle it. So. And this will just give you a really good idea. Right now they're doing a $15,000 and a 4.875 rate. Or you can do a 2-1 buy down to where your first year is 2.875, and then it stairs up. So on select homes and $15,000 in closing costs. So. That goes towards your prepaids too, so whatever's left over will go towards your prepaids, and we'll see. You know, we can always see if we can negotiate more, guys. So he said this wasn't impeccable. I mean, it definitely seems like 1,534 square feet. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why it says loft here. Maybe that's just it has an optional loft. So I think this is just the 3.2 model. With 359, I think that's just kind of like a default printing for all the different versions of this. So let me widen this out for you. Boom. Turn on some lights. Oh, no lights on. So right here, guys, would be kind of like your living room area. So it's kind of wide, right? So, or you can put your dining room there, bonus area here or whatever, and living room there. Cause I think that would probably be your living room because it has the tray ceiling. Or you can make that your living room and that your dining room, whatever, guys. It's different things you can do with this home. It's rather unique. So, like you may have noticed in those homes I filmed the other day in Berry Bay of MI Homes, this is kind of that same situation where they give you the patio, but it's really not like a covered lanai. Not on this one. On some of the models it is, but some of them it's just a pad in the back. So keep that in mind. But I've seen people add like their own awning things and like just extend it out more. So you can kind of like play with it on your own. This is your primary. They're still doing a little bit of work on this one, guys. So it does have its own separate toilet area there. Walk-in closet, not super big, but not bad. There's like a shoe rack behind the door. Good sized kitchen though. Yeah, I do like this area. It feels good in here. Like it just feels wide, you know? You just got a lot of space for a 3-2, 1,500 square feet. It's a good use of space. This is not a bad size room, actually. Maybe it just feels like that because it has no furniture in it. But this one's bigger here, for sure. This one you kind of walk down. You know, they're not the biggest bedrooms, I ain't gonna lie, but they're not bad. Good for kids. Or teenagers. Yeah, still no lights, but there you go. So yeah, guys, I missed anything? I think I'm good. All right, so this is kind of what it'll look like if you get a quick move in. You know, it's kind of got the shower inserts, not on all of them. So a nice backsplash. It's got all your cabinet hardware. Comes with your washer and dryer. I believe that it comes with your washer. I don't know if it's in yet. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it does. And then this is just your air handler right here. So I don't know. Some people like this, you know. It's kind of interesting because it's like you got to walk around the side of the house if you're not parking in your garage, you know. If you're one of those that is like me, I pack my garage with stuff and then, you know, park in the driveway. Well, see if we can get into one more. While we're here, why not, right? Just kind of show you, you know, that's what the driveway looks like. They used to put gutters on a lot of the quick move-ins. Doesn't look like they're doing it here. But they've got the stone on the front on some of them. So you just, like, when you get in early right now is when you can get the great lots. So, like, if you look at this lot, when we get to the back, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is like that. I think this is like the model we're in. Similar. No, it's different. This is a different home. Okay. So, see, basically all of these are available right now. So, I mean, you can get one right in the middle of the pond. You know, you can get middle pond. You can get end pond over there with the long view. You know, I would, you know, reach out to me, guys. Let's make an appointment and get this done. So, all right, guys. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Like I said, a little fresh in here. Really don't have a ton of stuff available yet, but we've got a few. So, like I said, reach out, guys. Go on robertlunt.com for new construction. You know, mortgage calculator. I've got a new website in the works right now. I'm working on getting its own AI agent on there, so you can literally ask it any question you want, and it'll give you all the information, more than I even have, without me even having to look it up. So it's gonna be wild when I get that thing going. I'm working on that right now, guys. So you'll be able to ask it any question about new construction in all the areas that I serve. So, and it'll literally be able to pull from any builder's website and give you the answers and the MLS all in one. So it's gonna be crazy. 941-879-4730. Like I said, robertlunt.com. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, have a great day. Hope to hear from you soon.